So increasing and decreasing graphs are going to rise and fall and do all kinds of different things when we have, especially more complex graphs. So this picture here, increasing basically means, is it getting bigger? All right. Are the Y values getting bigger? So let me write this down. All right. Y values, that's supposed to be an S. They're talking about the Y values, not the X values, because the graph we read left to right, the X values are always increasing. All right. So the Y values, are they increasing or decreasing? So if I look at this graph right here, all right, they've got green arrows and red arrows. I mean, you can use that if you want. I always just kind of wrote some pluses on here like this, like it's increasing. And then right here, it turns around and then it starts decreasing. And then again, right here, it turns around and then it starts increasing again. All right, and then these points right here, which we're going to end up talking about maximum minimums on the second part of this stuff in the next file, that's where it turns around. That's why they're called turning points, because it turns from increasing to decreasing. So it says f of x is increasing on. All right, well, it's increasing on. It ends at -2. All right, so it's going to end at -2. And then it's increasing forever in this direction down in here. It's always increasing. It never turns around. It just comes up. So that means that's going to have an infinity. All right, which means it needs a parenthesis. And then that'll have a bracket right there because it increases all the way up to -2. It's also increasing. Again, it starts at 0 right here because we're talking about x values for this. So it starts at 0 and then it increases all the way up through there. So it starts at 2. And then it increases all the way up forever for the rest of this thing. So it increases to infinity. And it has to have a parenthesis that's infinity. It's decreasing. All right. It's only going down right in this section right here. All right. So that starts at -2 and it goes to 0. All right. It's increasing on that. Realistically, if you had parentheses in the spots that I'm going to highlight in yellow right now, so you have parentheses there, 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 and there. Normally it's okay because at that specific point right there, it's not really doing anything. It's just kind of sitting still. So it can be argued that it's increasing or decreasing. It just depends on what you're talking about there. But brackets are typically what you want to have to be completely correct.